Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking a look at ticker symbol AKAO. That's Achaogen Incorporated. The chart we're looking at here today is an intraday chart, being only 5-minute candles. And we go back to the start of the pre-market trading, which is going to be this segmented line right here, the one that's going vertically down the screen right before this green candle. It's a little tough to see, but I hope you guys can see it. So this stock right away had some interesting movement. Very nice green candle pushing up in the pre-market, and then boom, a red candle bringing us down before we curved back up over the course of about an hour and a half, and then worked our way up to the open. Now the market opened, we started with a red candle here on the 5-minute chart. Interestingly enough, you can see this thing kind of popped right above the 20 and the 10 period averages, but it closed down here well below them. The next candle, green, pushing us above those two averages bullishly. We were already above the 50 period average due to the pre-market action, which was already on the bullish side. So we crossed above the 50 SMA pre-market, and then within 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes of the market open, or right about 25 minutes rather, we had the bullish cross our averages, the purple crossing above the green, the 10 crossing above the 20. So we had that bullish signal right here. Now, if you bought in here at 9.5, you ended up getting in on a bad trade, really, because it ended up dipping to 7.5. So if you bought in there, you were pretty nervous for the next 30 minutes. But assuming you held, you had some very nice gains that you stumbled into as the stock correlated back up and then channeled for most of the day. Before, right in the middle of the day or so, it began pushing up and up and up and up. Staircase mode all day long, right to the close, where it sold off a bit, and then after hours, the first 5 minutes of the after hours trading, sold off pretty hard there, coming all the way down to the 50 period average, which it hasn't been close to this entire time, up until the very end of the day here at the close. Bounced right off the 50 period average and came right back up to support. So we have some really good support. This is the channel that I'm looking at. It's not really a channel because it's so wide. This is really the channel specifically of the support and resistance line. So, you know, this would be a channel, this would be a channel, that would be a channel, that would be a channel, channel. But the greater picture is that this whole thing is like one giant channel. So I'm going to be looking for the lowest support to be 1048. As long as 1048 holds, this thing's going to be looking pretty bullish to me. Keep in mind, this is the 5-minute chart. If we go to the 15-minute chart, we're probably still well above the 50 period average. And of course, the 30-minute and the 1 hour are all going to be even more exaggerated the further back you go on those charts. So on the 5-minute chart, though, ideally we want to see this thing stay above right about $11.30. That's the support line. So we have $10.50, we have about $11.30, we're right around $12, and then right around $12.50. Right here is about $13.30, $13.80, and then $14, each of those lines. And of course, that forms a channel between $10.48 and $14. Now let's take a look at where he went oversold. The last two oversold points. Here he went oversold after hours, of course, big red, bringing us oversold. Previous oversold point being right here. And you can see it is downtrending a bit there. Our oversold point was here during the trading. After hours, we go oversold down here. So what we want to see ideally is a higher oversold point. What would have been good is if we did go oversold here, right? But then we went oversold on this red candle. If we went oversold there, this thing would be looking super bullish. Wasn't the case. It didn't even really go overbought until right here, and that was on a bad candle to go overbought. Then we ended up going oversold. So anyone who saw that could have probably decided that this was going to be bearish. I mean, right when we came to the resistance here, it wasn't looking good. These candles were pretty ugly. The 13.5 high, pretty ugly candle. Selling off. The level 2, the tape probably didn't look good. The support didn't hold, and then boom, sold off pretty hard. And then, of course, the RSI that we already went over wasn't looking great. So, you know, that was definitely a problem with this thing. But still, this thing closed up 148%. So, a very, very good day for the stock. Even though it sold off a little bit before the close and after hours, keep in mind, this thing is still up 148%. So, you can say it sold off, but it didn't really. I mean, it sold a little bit. It sold off a little bit from the highs. That would be the best way to put it, to say it sold off from the highs. But it didn't sell off and become red on the day. Still up 148%. Still super bullish. So that's AKAO. Now, what exactly happened to this stock? Well, I wasn't really looking into the fundamentals, but it looks like there was some positive results on a phase 3 test, or a phase 3, I'm not sure, some drug that they had. I guess it was a phase 3 test. I'm not sure the details on it, though. I should be more specific. Clinical stage bio company developed novel antibacterials addressing multiple drug resistance, MDR, gram-negative infections. It announced that its lead product candidate, plasmicin, met the objective of non-inferiority compared to Meropen for the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and achieved superiority in the European Medicine Agency, the EMA, primary efficiency endpoints in the Phase 3 EPIC registration trial in patients with complicated urinary tract infections. So the Phase 3 was very successful, passing both FDA and European standards. That's why we have this thing running so hard. So we'll see what it does tomorrow. Overall, not a bad looking stock for a potential to run tomorrow. As long as it holds the 50 SMA on the 5 minute, I'll be happy. And if it holds the support around $12, I'll be happy. And we'll see if this thing runs again tomorrow. It did run 148%, so it might not have more juice in it for tomorrow. The thing that it does have going for it, though, is that it's now trading at the $13 range. The highest this thing's ever been is $19.69, so we're actually getting kind of close to that, considering before today it was trading, well, way back down to like the $5 range. So it gapped up quite a bit, and there's still room to continue gapping up. So it's not like the run is over. If this thing stays bullish, we can still continue pushing up to that $19.69 lifetime high. So we'll see if the bids stack, if the thing remains bullish enough, and then we'll be all set to day trade this once again. Hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. If you did, please like, please subscribe, and please stay tuned later on for more content like this. And of course, you're always welcome to join us at actinvestors.net. We'll see you around, and I wish you the best of luck on your trades.